boy, but he is going to go strong on this. I think he's going to try. No, he's going to go for the kill, actually. I thought he was going to try. Wow! What is going on? Chows just did not know this was going to happen. A cleaned up double kill for Boy Boy.
Alright, what is up, guys? So today I'm doing episode 7 of Taking It to the Top Lane. I will be featuring my episode on Zac, a champion that's seen a lot of play in the past 2 months ever since he came out, but especially by me. I played him twice in the last week of LCS, and I just wanted to make a quick episode showcasing his strengths and some of his weaknesses. He doesn't have too many, but yeah, he's just a really solid champion overall. He's very tanky, has a lot of damage and built-in CC, and I'll be going over exactly how strong he is and where he excels during this episode of Taking It to the Top Lane. Alright, so to give a quick overview, I'm just going to jump right into Zac's runes and masteries that I like to go. I pretty much go for this setup every game, and once I finish explaining my rune and mastery setup, I'll go into a little bit of his skill set and what all his abilities do. So on Zac, I like to go for flat AP Quince. Let me find the page. 1 second. There you go. So I like to go for flat AP Quince, armor yellows, MR blues, and higher pen reds. The reason I like flat AP Quince is because all of his abilities have some sort of AP scaling, and while you generally don't see people building like Rabadon's Void Staff on Zac, you definitely could. It's not the most efficient place. It's not the most efficient item build to take advantage of his skill set. But for runes and masteries, you can really do whatever you want. You can go for like flat health Quince to get a little bit tankier, or you can go flat AP Quince to get that little extra burst off on your Q, your E, and your R. And just it's a personal preference thing, but I really like the power that I feel the flat AP Quince give me, and that's what I generally go for. Armor yellows, MR blues, just really overall effective on any champion, but especially Zac because he has so much effective HP. Those added resists will make you a lot tankier in general. And I go for higher pen reds because Zac deals a lot of magic damage, but you also auto attack quite a bit. So you want to take advantage of the power of those higher penetration reds, and just make the most use of it. And my masteries, I'm going to go for 9-21-0. I go for this setup pretty much every game. On Zac, you really just want to take the Ignite Mastery, Scaling AP, and Magic Penetration from Arcane Knowledge, and this gives you just enough Magic Pen to continue doing a lot of damage throughout every stage of the game. You don't really need to go heavy into offense. He doesn't really scale too much off of like a little bit extra AP or like Execution Mastery. That's not the kind of things that Zac needs. What Zac really wants is heavy defensive stats. And to acquire these, you want to spec deep into the defensive tree. So you pick up 4 points in durability. Zac scales off of his max health value, so that's really, really nice points to pick up. I pick up 2 points in hardiness, 2 points in resistance, just get those extra resists in. 2 points in yielding, 1 point in block. Really, really good. Like I was saying, due to Zac's passive, he has really high effective HP throughout a full duration of a laning phase. So picking up that yielding block will allow you to come ahead in 1v1 trades very efficiently. Then 3 points in Ignatius, just because you want to get some extra crowd control in. 1 point in Juggernaut, increase your max health value. Zac, you build a lot of health on him, so that's really, really nice to have. 1 point Safeguard. Generally on Zac, you're going to be diving turrets head on, so you want to be a little tankier for those. 1 point Good Hands, 1 point Reinforced Armor, 1 point Defender, and then 1 point Honor Guard. All these points just very, very deep into the tree. Honor Guard makes you much more tanky in general, and you just want to invest in those to get as beefy as possible. So I'm loading into the game right now. I'm going to be seeing the lane matchup. On Zac, I generally always take Flash Ignite. It just ensures kills. He has really, really high damage, so you just want to get that to secure as much DPS as possible. It actually looks like I'm going to be laning in Gangplank, which is not a bad matchup at all, and I'm pretty happy with that. And let me just jump right into Zac's skill set real fast. So Zac, he's a very tanky champion, really good base stats. His passive basically makes it so every time you use an ability, you lose 4% of your max health. So if you're at 100% HP, you'll lose 4% of your health. If you're at 50% HP, you'll lose 4% of whatever health you have left, but it's not going to be nearly as much when you're at lower and lower values. But the second part of his passive, or the second part of that portion, basically drops blobs. So little random bloblets will pop out wherever wherever your abilities do damage, and they'll go in sort of random directions. But if you can pick them up, you get 4% of your max health back. Oh, sorry. His abilities use 4% of his current health. So if you have, yeah, I already explained it. And if you pick up a bloblet, you get 4% of your max health back, which means if you're below 99% HP, every time you use an ability and pick up a bloblet, you'll actually be gaining back health. So in general on Zac, you just want to use your abilities. Just keep in mind cooldowns because you don't want to waste them. But if you can use an ability and there's no reason to hold on to it, you want to throw it out just to pick up the bloblet and gain back your health. And then the second part of his passive is when Zac dies, when he gets under 0% HP, he splits into 4 bloblets that go in sort of a quadrilateral shape, and then they start coming back in, so they reform. And it's basically a free GA. When you play Zac, you just really want to keep in mind whenever your pass is up, you want to play as if it's up. You want to be the initiator. You want to be the first one to die in team fights. And when you're playing against Zac, you want to keep in mind if his passive is up or not. You can click on him to check if it's available. And the most effective way to kill his passive when it is to wait for it to re-clump up and then go for the damaging blow on the little bloblets, because they will die pretty easily. So I'm just going to buy my items and continue talking about his skill set. So stretching strike, his Q, it's basically just a line skill shot nuke. It deals pretty high base damage, and it slows the enemy champions or creeps or whatever in that line hit for 2 seconds. And the slow increases with points. I generally max this first. It's really low cooldown ability. It gives me wave clear, gives me a lot of trading potential, and allows me to just keep people locked up mid game. This is for Zac top, by the way. His W, Unstable Matter, it's basically just a short AoE. It's almost like the radius of Sunfire Cape. You just activate it on cooldown, and it deals a base damage, which is right now 40, plus 4% of the enemy's max health as magic damage to all nearby enemies. So this scales up to, I believe, 7% or 8%. And regardless, you just want to be able to spam W whenever it's up. You don't want to hold on to that cooldown, because, like I said, every time you use an ability on Zac, you drop a blob, and if you can pick it up, you'll gain at least the amount of health you invested into that back. And in team fights, I generally just spam W whenever it's off cooldown to do as much AoE damage as possible. It does a lot of base damage. Any champion deals max health, you really want to look towards building resists. So that are building penetration items, which is something that I like to do when I play Zac. Anyway, his E, Elastic Slingshot, pretty much the coolest part of his kit. As you put more points into it, you gain further distance that you can jump to. But right now, if you can see the little arc that's made, Zac can charge up his Elastic Slingshot and jump to any location in that and deal a massive AoE knock-up damage. Just, it's an incredible ability overall, and as the game drags out, you'll see how powerful it is in terms of initiation potential. And then his ult, Let's Bounce. You just jump around, you knock people up, you deal a lot of AoE damage. You can only knock people up one time during the duration of the ult, but you can hit them over and over for more damage, reduced damage, and is slow. And generally on Let's Bounce, you just want to be able to get it off in a team fight and hit as many people as possible with it for the maximum effectiveness. Anyway, I start with a Duran's Shield this game. I'm against Gangplank, so he's going to be looking to put a lot of harass onto me with auto attacks. Duran's Shield just gives Zac that max health value that he likes so much. This guy's trying to fight me. I'm just going to hit him with some auto attacks. He stepped on my blob, so I wasn't able to pick it back up to gain my health back. They have Shaco, so I have to actually be pretty careful here. I don't want to die to a Shaco gank, so I have to play a little bit far back. It actually looks like Shaco stole our red, so I cannot actually walk out past my creep wave. Just going to be giving up a little bit of CS. Oh, Shaco gank mid. That's not good. But now I know where he is, so I can at least be a little bit brave and walk out for some farm. My bloblet. There you go.
Why, thanks. I do work out.
Gangplank's just zoning me. Anyway, Duran's Shield start gives health, gives regen, and reduces damage from auto attacks. If you get 2v1'd or you go against a champion that's very reliant on autoing you for damage, then Duran's Shield is very, very good for a starting item. You can also go for Rejuve, Cloth 5. Those are probably the main options I'd go for. Guys tanking turret shots. I'm just trying to pick up my blobs, get 4% of my max health back. I'm holding onto my pot. Try not to use it unless I have to. Zac lasting under turrets, pretty easy. Generally, you want to get an auto plus a W off to finish a creep. So right here, auto W. And now all these creeps have been prepped with my W. Actually, these are going to die faster. and I can just go ahead and pick them up really easily. Gangplank has a flask. He's out of flask stacks. You can check because it doesn't have any stack indicators in his inventory, and he has 1 health pot left. So he tanked a lot of turret shots trying to harass me. I'm just gonna spam my W, pick up the blobs to get him back that health. And while it looked like I was playing really passive at the beginning, Gangplank's sort of losing all his effective regen, and I'm starting to be in a position to go aggressive on him.
There's plenty of me to go around.
I still don't know where Shaco is, so I have to keep that in mind. I'm going to pop my health pot here just because Gangplank's getting fairly low. And I feel like if he lets me get a little bit more free harass off on him, I can go for a kill. Like I said, generally on Zac, you just want to poke with your Q. If you have a good opportunity to get a knock-up combo and additional damage off, you can go for it. But if not, then don't push yourself too hard. Zac can win a lot of lane matchups, but if you just farm out on Zac and you make it to mid-late game, you'll excel. And you'll see his true potential. I'm going to try to jump on him here for a combo. So Gangplank's completely out of health pots. He just uses W. It means he's really low. I may be able to go for a kill here. Popped his flash for free. I could have held my ignite there, but I just wanted to make sure he'd go down. Oh, he's dead. He walked up a little bit too close. I'm just going to proxy the wave here real fast. If Shaco tries to gank me, I'll just walk over to the wall and jump out, because I believe Shaco's red buff duration has now passed. I'm just going to pick up these creeps. I'm waiting for these creeps to die behind the turret so that their team doesn't miss out on as much gold as possible. And I'm just going to prep my recall here right now. I'm just going to go back to base and buy. Gangplank died. He wasted his flash. He got nothing out of that, and he's missing out on all these creeps. So I'm off to a really good start in terms of my lane. I'm just going to go back to base and pick up a few health pots, a ward, and a giant's belt. Like I said, Zac scaled off that max health value because being able to be tanky on Zac is generally your main goal. Damage and everything else will come when you can afford to build them. But right now, I have identified that their team has mostly physical damage. They have Ezreal mid, Gangplank top, and Caitlyn bot with Shaco jungle. So they have almost no sources of like true magic damage. They have no like traditional AP caster. So I'm going to identify that and just straight up be like in the mindset, okay, I'm going to build mostly armor this game. So with my giant spell pickup, I'm probably going to be looking to transition that into an early Sunfire cape. And that's going to be the most bang for my buck in terms of damage. I have ult now, so I'm very, very capable of fighting this Gangplank. It's going to give me the most bang for my buck in terms of damage. I really like getting early Sunfire capes because I feel like the passive damage is most powerful when people still have low amounts of health and such. Push out the way for running Gangplank from freezing. I'm just going to go ahead and probably going to ward here for Shaco. Shaco has a lot of really core ways to gank you. So if you ward like down the river and he sits at this wall and jumps over, then you may put yourself in a bit of a bad spot in terms of being able to get out. I mean, I'm Zac. I don't feel like Shaco's going to be ganking me, especially after I've already started winning my lane. But you never know. There's always a possibility, especially because I don't have flash right now. Trying with GP. I'm gonna stay here and fight. Pick up my blobs. Picking up my blobs. It kills Shaco. He's probably gonna get my blobs down. I'm not sure. We'll see. I have blue buff. Popping my health pot. Yep. Doing my show. So I just turned around the gank, got a double kill. They managed to pop my passive, but they weren't able to actually finish me off. And like I was saying, that effective HP value really came in handy because most of my health came back during that fight because I was picking up so many bloblets. 300 gold for my Sunfire cape. Shaco just died. Gangplank's still dead. I don't think Shaco can kill me. I'm gonna stay here. Oh, Shaco's top. I'm backing out. Should be able to just keep picking up bloblets here. Survive. And I have blue buff, so that extra CDR really coming in handy. I'm gonna back out now. Only 150 for my Sunfire cape, but it's not safe for me to stay. Gangplank's coming back top soon, so I'm definitely gonna have to back here. They're both back to lane. Just gonna go back to base. Get my Sunfire cape. Get boots. Get a few health pots. or not Sunfire Cape, Chain Vest. And I'm gonna charge up my jump while I heal, and just let it loose. With Zac, every time your jump is off cooldown, if you're running back to lane, you should always use it. Just charge it up and get the max distance and let it fly. I'm heading back top right now. Trying to get there ASAP. I still have blue buff, so I can definitely use that extra 20% CDR to my advantage. My ultimate's gonna be up in 10 seconds, and I feel like Shaco may be camping top. I'm not sure. I don't think they can kill me though. We'll see. I'm just gonna stay here and fight him. I take almost no damage right now with my Chain Vest plus Sunfire plus Chain Vest plus Giant Spell combo. Excuse me. Gangplank. I think Gangplank was looking to ult. Alright, I gotta pick up my blobs. If I was Gangplank, I'd be a little bit more mindful about the blobs and try to step on them. He's just kind of like letting me get them for the most part. But he's kind of behind, so he doesn't have many opportunities to like push me back. Diving. So we get the kill on Gangplank. I used everything there, but I knew I was tanky enough to get the kill, and I knew his health value was low enough so that with Ignite, I have a reasonably good probability of getting that. So I'm just going to keep pushing up. Going to pick up all my bloblets here. The wave is piled up. I have enough gold for my Sunfire Cape now, and everyone's missing. Actually, Ezreal's mid and Shaco is probably not going to have the damage to kill me, so I'm just going to stay for one more wave and try to deny all these creeps from the enemy team. I'm not going to use my E to push because I need it potentially to use it as an escape tool. So I'm just going to push this wave out and go back. I'm maxing my E second. I really like getting E second at the very least just because it's such a powerful tool mid game. Even in lane, like right now my E is doing almost 200 damage at level 3, which is pretty crazy. And just increasing the rank of that allows you to get longer range. And it just opens up a lot more tools for Zac to use in his arsenal. So I'm just heading back top right now. I have no flash or ignite. I invested both of those in picking up another kill on Gangplank, but I'm well ahead of my laning opponent now, and I have an early Sunfire Cape. If you have an 11-minute Sunfire Cape, you know you're off to a good start in terms of being able to dominate the game, and just the fact that their team has mostly physical damage just is icing on the cake. I actually didn't realize that it's AP Ezreal mid. I could have checked his runes and identified that, but I thought from the Duran's lane and the Amp Tome side, I thought he was going to go for like Sheen into Frozen Fist build, which is interesting, but it's fine. My Sunfire Cape is still really, really effective versus their team. I'm going to probably try to get a deep board in river.
I never skip breakfast.
After pushing up one more wave. That Shaco juked them.
I could really use a snack right
Warding deep in river. I said before I wanted to ward here for Shaco, but now I'm warding more for map control for my team. I don't really care if they gank me anymore, because in my mind that's going to be time wasted for them. Because I don't think I'm going to be dying anytime soon. So I'm more than happy to soak some Shaco pressure to alleviate the pressure on my team.
Just another day on the job.
Just jumping past this turret. It's already dead. I have level 11 now, so that's a pretty big power spike. I get level 2 of my Let's Bounce, and I'm just going to keep pushing up. Trying to draw as much pressure as possible. This guy's fairly low. He may be baiting me. Oh, I missed there. I'm gonna pop another health pot. I'm getting pretty low. I'm gonna keep spamming my W on the wave to get that 4% of my max health back. I was like, I'm wondering why this guy never steps on my passive, and he's like, he just figured it out, so that's pretty funny. I'm gonna aim a little bit behind it. Generally, I like to aim a little bit behind people when I'm coming in blind on Zac, because they'll generally try to step back and dodge you, or it's like their first inclination is always to run backwards when they see you coming. So it's always better to just slightly angle yourself behind though. I could actually probably dive this guy soon here. I think their blue just spawned. I'm gonna look towards roaming a little bit. I could get caught out. Oh, it's not up. But I'm pretty sure I'm so fast. I'm so fat and tanky that if they try to kill me here, I can roam and clean up before my passive dies. I'm not 100% sure though. I'm gonna charge up over this wall. Oh, accidentally went backwards. That sometimes happens on Zach. It's kind of a bug, but yeah, just randomly sometimes you'll charge your E and it'll go the other way. I don't think he sees me charging. I just backed off on instinct. So this guy's getting pretty low on health and mana. He just used his orange to remove scurvy, but I think I can keep pressuring him under turret. He has to go back to buy. Yep. Getting free damage off. He probably recalled somewhere near the turret.
Fighting is in my blood. I mean,
He walked back to base. So I'm proxying in between turrets right now. Seems a little bit risky. I don't know where the rest of their team is. Oh, they're actually mid.
never skip breakfast.
So Ezreal is mid with double buffs. That's not good. I'm just zoning this guy a bit from his turret. I think their bot lane or someone is coming to move on me. So I'm just trying to draw pressure right now. I always have the option of jumping over the wall to try to get away. Jumping towards the Janna. We keep fighting here.
Back off.
Get him. I might be dead. Damn. I tried to trade 1-for-1 there. I could have kept running actually and gotten out completely, but I thought maybe we could kill Janna. I had to get one more Q off to complete my burst on her though, so that was a bit risky on my part. And I drew 5 people to top lane, so I was hoping people could push out, but Lee Sin came to try to help me. That was just me playing a little bit too balls deep, a little too aggressive. So I was throwing it back a notch. I pretty much never got punished that game for my aggression until that point, and we didn't really get much out of it. So I think I'm just pretty okay in terms of just being out there free farm and pressure without proxying. Gangplank's pushing up top right now. I got a Haunting Guys. Basically, the reason Haunting Guys is so good on Zac is because it gives him health, it gives him AP, which he does scale off of, and it gives magic penetration, which is the most important stat. Like I said, Zac deals max health, so getting magic pen on him just allows that to hit as hard as possible on the enemy champions. Additionally, all his abilities have really high base damage, so being able to get some magic pen in and just take advantage of that as possible is really core. This guy's fighting me right now. I can just stand here and fight him too. I'm not really scared. I have no passive though, so I just gotta be a little bit careful about getting ganked or something.
I'm not as squishy as I look.
I'm just gonna pop a health pot and I'm gonna go try to get a deep ward out on their blue. That way I can see if they roam onto me. Nord right here. Oh, mid's pushing. Mid's fighting. I'm trying to move. Oh crap. That's not good. I just have to fight Gangplank for now. I can't make it to that team fight. I'm just gonna push the wave up. I'm chunking him pretty hard. I'm not gonna get as much free harass under turret, obviously, but at least I'll probably force someone to come top to hold while he has to shop.
Pick on someone your own.
We can still definitely win this game. We just have to play smart and not get caught out. Try to take this blue. Ah, shit. Hopefully Ezra doesn't have red. I have to run. Nah, he ulted it. I can't get that.
Plenty of me to go around.
Ezra is Lich Bane. He's pretty strong. My other lanes are losing right now, but I'm winning pretty hard despite that one death. I keep pushing out, trying to draw pressure. let's see here. Janna is top. She's having a hold. That means we have 4 people to pressure across the map.
Let's bounce.
But there's just Oracle clearing right now. Try and move on her actually. I can't kill him. I think we're gonna get roamed down by Ezreal. Just be careful.
That should be a shoot.
Shit. Yeah, I should have kept running. I should have pinged him backwards. That was a little bit of a mistake there. I was telling you guys we should back off, but I didn't actually communicate that to Graves. That was my bad. There was no real reason for us to be that extended when we had no vision on their team, and they had multiple people holding top versus me. Ari may be able to kill Shaco bot. Does she have ult up? Yeah, that's a kill. That's a kill. Not quite. So let's see. I'm gonna get source shoes here. Just keep in that mindset. Build magic pen. I already have a sunfire cape, so that's yet another magic dealing attribute of Zac that I can scale the magic pen into. That 40 will be hitting for close to 40 for longer than usual due to my source shoes and my haunting guys. I'm hanging back top right now. Gangplank is pushing up really hard, but he's pretty low. I may be able to get a kill on him. Let's see. He's gonna definitely stay for this wave. Should have ignited him earlier. That's my bad. Oh crap, they have a lot of people here. Got Gangplanked. Ezreal around. He's really strong. They have a bunch of people top. We should be looking to push out the other lanes while they have so much pressure still devoted to top. That way, when they invest that many resources to try to shut me down, then we can also gain back a little bit extra across the map. Let's see. Well, we might get bot turret off this. It's not bad. Oh, that's pretty bad. He's probably dead. Yeah, they're not really good ward coverage here. They punished that pretty hard with the Shaco, Blazer, and King Roam. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to sell these health pots, wait for about 10 gold, and then probably pick up another giant spell. That's going to increase my max health value, just make me a bit tankier. And I could probably go into Randuin next to try to shut down the Shaco, the Gangplank, and the Caitlyn. Ezreal's building pretty heavy AP damage. He's got really fed this game, which is probably not good because he's the one most capable of killing me as I decide to go for the low MR build this game. He's mid right now. He's still pretty squishy, very easy to blow up, but it's kind of hard to kill Ezreal Zac just because he kites back so well with his E. Looks like there's a fight going down bot. I'm going to try and roam down for that. Spam my E. I think Shaco's dead. Is he? One more hit. Good job. They got him. They could be moving on me right now. They don't have any CC, so I'm not that worried. But they have quite a bit of damage from Caitlyn and Ezreal. Gangplank's pushing on top right now. I'm just gonna push this out. And let's see. Generally on Zac, you want to be looking to make initiation plays at this time, especially with my newly acquired max rank elastic slingshot. But it's kind of hard to do so because we're just getting out pressured across the map, and the only lane I can truly pressure right now is top. But whenever I try to push out top, they ended up sending a lot of resources to stop my aggression, which is unfortunate. Caitlyn picked up a kill bot lane. Ari's looking to roam around on top, but I don't think that's going to be very profitable. I'm pretty sure they have really good ward coverage in this area. Oh, Ezreal's moving. I'm coming. Charge on my jump. Out of range. I don't think I'll be able to get him. I have to run. Oh my god. I didn't even get one ticket Sunfire came off. I'm dead. I tried to jump over him where I thought he'd be, but I was out of W range and my Q was still on cooldown, so I wasn't able to pick up the kill. Lee Sin, I think, picked him up here. He flashed for it. He's probably gonna get away here. No, I think we can still come back. We just have to try to or not die in side lanes. And we gotta be a little bit more careful with the aggression. Nice job. That's exactly what we needed. I probably shouldn't have chased the Ezreal, to be honest. After I flashed for the Q and missed and he flashed back, I should have kept running. But I decided to stay. Thought maybe I could get the E off.
Everybody's a critic.
It's a little bit of compromising position. Hang back top right now. Let's see. He's getting chased down. He has moblies, but yeah, he's dead. I feel like they might go for Baron here or something. Maybe I could jump in, do a lot of damage, create a diversion. Gangplank and Shaco still pushing at top. It's unfortunate that I wasn't able to to carry this game because I ended up outplaying them really hard early. I got double kill on their jungle and top lane combo, which is generally diverts a lot of pressure from the map because Shaco is like all about getting the early gank. So if he dies during a gank, that's really bad for him.
I'm not as squishy as I look.
But we weren't able to get the most pressure out across the map, unfortunately, which is fine. We can still come back. Pushing top in, Shaco and Gangplank recalled in this brush, I believe. Heading back top right now.
Back off, pal. I may bend, but I don't.
I don't have any wards. I probably should have picked one up when I'm back. Had enough gold for it. Let's see. Yeah, they have all attack speed, crit, AD builds.
I never skip breakfast.
I generally want to on Zac. You generally want to be looking to build tanky items. Things that include health are obviously generally ideal. Randuins, haunting guys, Leandries, even a bulwark if your team needs it, are always good.
But I don't break.
I'm just gonna. So I just caught. I was trying to help her. I'm out of position right now too. I may get punished for this. I'm just gonna jump towards mid lane. Got away.
I'm someone your own.
Oh, Kalen's mid. She's pretty strong. She hurts a lot. It's the IEPD red buff combo. I can probably kill that Shaco 1v1, although he does have Blazing King, which excels in killing health tanks such as Zac, and that worries me a little bit. I think I'll just resort to holding the wave and try not to get dove. Shoot, Graves died. Thanks, Shaco here. He has his blade on me. I'm just gonna jump out.
Day on the job.
Let's see here. He may try to jump on me again. He has really good sustain from his Blazing King lifesteal shift combo and stuff. They're taking our mid and him for free right now. I'm gonna have to try to hold that. I have no passive up, so I can't actually go into them. I'm gonna have to heal, get home guard boots, and try to make it back in time for the fight. They are pressuring us everywhere right now, so it's really hard to make a play. Our turrets are just going down. Heading back mid.
Fighting is in my blood.
Trying to stop them. I can't really commit to this fight. Shaco's pushing bot. Killing his clone. They got mid inhib though. Top's also pushing in. It's not looking like too promising of a game, unfortunately. Alright. Just gotta keep trying. He's getting free hits off on me. I have a Warden's Mail, so it's a bit harder for him to get damage off, but he's still just railing us. I have Homar boots, so I can easily heal, regen fast, and try to come back into the fight. I only bought Homar boots because we were getting pushed in so hard. Ari's looking for the charm, didn't get it. Gotta back off a little. I'm gonna clear bot real fast.
Don't be such a stick.
Coming back. If Graves can get his last whisper and we just look for good picks with Ari, and that can facilitate like a good follow-up for me, then there's a chance we can come back. We're down a lot of gold, and they're pushing out all the lanes constantly and taking objectives, but it's never over till it's over. I need about 400 more gold for my Randuins. Mid-wave is pushing in constantly. They have inhib pressure, so those super creeps are going to be pressuring into our base. So it makes it pretty easy to farm. But makes it harder for me to get it. Everyone else is taking farm too, which is fine. I just need to get my Randuins. Just using my EQW to farm. I'm level 17 now. Got my rank 3. Ari and Graves are also level 16. So those are the main targets that we want to have high leveled, which is good. That Gangplank. He got Wits End, Shiv, and Visage now. He's getting pretty big. Even though I just shut him down pretty hard early game throughout most of the laning phase. I think our blue's up right now. I believe Shaco's on it, but we have no ward coverage, so it's very risky for me to try to go out and check. I just saw Ezreal and Gangplank top, so I can quickly go and see. Shaco already got it. Can't really kill this guy. He's really tanky. Just gotta run. I have the gold for my randoms now. Gangplank's fighting. Graves at his turret. Ari does pick up the kill. That's good. I'm just gonna jump back, heal real quick, get my Randuins, and I'm gonna try to come back and stop him from going down. Shaco's pushing it really fast with his clone though. I'm just gonna pop my ult. I cannot chase Shaco. He has blue buff and Shiv, so he's really fast with a lot of CDR. So Ezreal. Shit. I was trying to stop them from getting the inhib. We got him. Should be able to pick this guy up too. Pop my Randuins. I missed my Q. Good job. So we got another few kills, but Shaco, all the while was pushing out bot, and he picked up an inhib. We have 3 inhibs down. All our outer turrets are gone. 31 minutes in the game. It's not looking too promising, but as we just saw, I picked up a few kills top, so there's still definitely playmaking potential in this one. Let's see, I got another Ryan spell. I just want some extra health. I have 4,000 health right now. I'm pretty tanky. I don't have that much damage. Generally on Zac, I like to get sword shoes and hardened guys any game. I can reasonably afford it without being too far behind or not being tanky enough for my team. And this game I did manage to do so. I might upgrade that giant spell into a Warmog just to increase my max health value. I already have a lot of armor, sitting at 200 right now, which is generally more than enough against a team like that. I don't have much MR, and on Zac, if I already have my haunting guys, I generally like to pick up a Liandry's upgrade as the game drags out late. So that's probably what I'm going to be trying to pick up for my next pickup. Their team doesn't really have too much health stackers. They have Shaco got a giant spell and Gangplank who's building a bit of it. Which is what the Liandry's is most effective against. But when people start to hit level 18, their max health values are going to be scaling at higher anyway. So getting Liandry's at that point is pretty damn good. And the reason Liandry's is so good on Zac, I generally like to only get Liandry's on AP champions if I already have a Rylai's. But Zac, 3 of his damaging abilities apply built-in CC. So his Q, his E, and his R. And so you're always going to be doing the full damage possible from Liandry's. Just charging up, trying to scare them. I pop Shaco's Banshees. They're pushing in really hard to our base though. Tough spot to be in. I'm going. Help! No. I'm dead. Dang it, that's probably game. Never surrender. No. Oh, we got the kill. Alright, so tough loss. For the most part, I think laning phase was pretty solid. I showed how to be aggressive on Zac, how to take control, how to turn 2v1 situations and ganks and stuff like that, and how to maintain your lead when you're ahead. The biggest blunder I made that game, I think, was when I stayed top trying to draw pressure. I was proxying behind the second outer turret, which is definitely a sound strategy. It's just I didn't have very good ward coverage. I knew they were all coming top, and we weren't able to really take advantage of that pressure in a very efficient way because I ended up dying. We were like recalling and stuff, and then they just after killing me, they got the shutdown bonus, and they were like already ahead in the other lanes. So after they prevented me from being a threat to gangplank, he was just able to free farm, come back into the game, and they just started making plays across the map. In retrospect, I would have liked to roam a bit more. Zac's mid game is really, really strong. By the time I got my max rank Elastic Slingshot, which you get around level 13 for most games, we were already a bit of gold behind. The Ezreal got really fed in a lot of small skirmishes mid, so that accelerated their team towards beating us. If anyone but the Ezreal got fed, I think this game would have gotten a lot better because I was basically itemizing to counter Shaco, Gangplank, and Caitlyn for the most part. So I was getting like Sunfire Cape, I was getting Randuins, I was trying to look towards a lot of heavy armor items, which is definitely the right approach when you're against such a heavy AD team. If I was against a team with a lot more magic damage, I'd probably go for like a Spear Visage, which is actually a really core item on Zac. I just decided not to pick it up this game because of how the game was progressing and the fact that they only really had Ezreal for magic damage. But Spear Visage is really, really good on Zac because that healing, the health, the CDR, the MR, all really crucial. If you're against a heavy magic damage team, it'll allow you to get in a fight, stay alive, win lanes with that Negatron cloak. And then one of the biggest components of it is, like I said, like you guys witnessed during the game, whenever you pick up your little blobs on Zac, you gain back a lot of your max HP. That passive was what allowed me to get the double kill on the Shaco and the Gangplank. And the Spirit Visage passive basically just gives you an extra 20%. Oops, I typed it wrong. Missed the letter. The Spirit Visage passive gives you an extra 20% healing effect. So every time you pick up that blob, it's going to be an extra 20% on top of that 4%, which is really, really nice in long sustained out fights or even in laning phase. But yeah, I mean, Zac's a very versatile champion. There's a lot of ways to build him. Ideally, the other lanes would have gone better that game, so I could have displayed how powerful he is in mid-game team fights, but things got a little bit turned over on our head that game, and I wasn't able to show just how powerful he is. But if you watch some of the LCS matches, some of the games I've had, and some games that other people obviously have, or just give him a try for yourself, you'll definitely see how powerful Zac is and how easy it is to carry. Like that game, after I got the double kill, killed Gangplank a few times, I was like, alright, I got my Sunfire Cape done. Like, this is a game I'm going to go hard in. And then things just didn't end up going our way, which happens from time to time. It's no problem. We just keep our heads up and try to keep looking on for the next play opportunity, the next gank, the next play we can make. I tried looking for them all game. Didn't really come in enough quantity to help turn that over, but I never gave up till the end, and that's generally the attitude you want to have in every game of League you play. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Taking It to the Top Lane, episode 7, sponsored by Alienware, featuring Zac. If you guys want to learn more about our sponsor, Alienware, you can check out their website at alienware.com. They give us really awesome equipment. We all use the Alienware Auroras, and we recently got the Alienware 17s and 14s to use the laptops. You guys can check out that site for product info and more. And you can also, of course, check out alienwarearena.com. There's contests, giveaways, prizes, just a lot of cool information on here. You can check it out to get in on the action and game victorious with Alienware. Thanks for watching, guys.